Closed captioning provided by the full-time MBA program in the Haslam College of Business. Learn, transform, lead. It all starts here. This is Tennessee.
I want the whole city of Knoxville to know that it's football time in Tennessee.
A passion that knows no equal. The heart and soul of the Volunteer State.
Show me you want to run the football.
Handoff gets to the outside. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Wow.
For the next 60 minutes, you're tuned to Vol Network coverage of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Football rewards those who wear your opponent out psychologically and physically.
The most celebrated of traditions.
When you step on the field, there must be a sense of purpose.
The pass is going to be caught. Unbelievable catch. And he goes down back at the 23-yard line.
Let's go. I've been waiting for this one.
Fires for the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
I want to win for you.
Welcome to the Butch Jones Show, hosted by Tennessee head football coach Butch Jones and the Vol Network's Bob Kessling. Brought to you by the Big Orange Debit Card, only from the official bank of the Vols, First Tennessee. By the 2015 Ford F-150, the future of tough is here, only at your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Tennessee football. By Dish, home of the new 2-year TV price lock and official sponsor of the Big Orange. And by Farm Bureau Insurance. With agents in more communities than any other insurer, Tennessee turns to Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. Now, the Butch Jones Show.
Two of the biggest names in college football clash Saturday night at Neyland Stadium. Tennessee and Oklahoma. It took double overtime to decide it. The Sooners prevailed. Coach, your team fought them right to the end.
Well, we did, Bob, and obviously a lot of disappointment in that locker room. But I thought our players gave their all. They laid it on the line. But again, it's getting back to playing winning football for 60 minutes. And I thought the fourth quarter, we did some things that have been uncharacteristic of us so far with negative yardage plays, pre-snap penalties, third down conversions. And when you play a team like that, you have to know and understand how to close them out in the fourth quarter.
Had a 17-0 lead in the first half. What changed in the second half for their defense to be able to kind of throttle you a little bit?
Well, I thought the first drive of the second half was paramount, that we have a great drive and we need to come away with points there, and we didn't. And really the third quarter was just two really good football teams fighting it out. We knew we were fighting for blades of grass on every single snap. We knew it was going to be a game of patience because they are very, very talented, and they have won their games primarily in the line of scrimmage. So we knew, but in the fourth quarter it was disappointing the way we didn't close it out. And our players fought, and we go back to work, and we work to correct our deficiencies, improve, and move on. But I also thought we had some individuals really step up with really, really great individual performances. And that's what we talk about. When there's big games, you bring your A game. You bring your A game each and every week, but really you show up. And I thought Derek Barnett was outstanding. Jalen Reeves-Maben, Jalen Hurd, and our punter. I thought our punter, Trevor Daniel, did an outstanding job of really flipping field position. Todd Kelly Jr. with 2 interceptions. But obviously we have to learn how to close games out.
Big game atmosphere at Neyland Stadium. Sellout crowd. We'll show you highlights next here on the Butch Jones Show.
It's time to honor the Vol Scholar of the Week. This week's Vol Scholar is junior linebacker Jalen Reeves-Maben. A recreation and sport management major, Jalen is set to complete his degree early, allowing him to enter his senior season as a graduate student. That's what makes him the Vol Scholar of the Week.
Dobbs will run it here with a convoy in front. Dobbs, touchdown, Tennessee.
One of the most anticipated home openers in Tennessee football history. Great crowd. They were alive last night. It was a great atmosphere at the stadium.
Well, we broke the all-time record for crowd noise, and again, that's a tribute to Vol Nation, and they did create a home field advantage. And I encourage everyone, keep coming. We need them there, and we're going to start closing these games out. We're going to start winning these, and you have to sit back and you have to look. The way I look at it is in 1 year, we've closed the gap on a storied program like Oklahoma that's used to winning. And we just need to keep grinding. We just need to keep working hard each and every day.
The crowd was a factor. Really gave Oklahoma fits in that first half.
Well, it was. And, it also challenged your communication aspect on defense. And we practiced all week long with crowd noise, knowing that, our defensive communication would be challenged.
Let's go to the highlights, Coach, and show us some of the things you thought stood out in the contest as Tennessee comes running through the tee.
Well, obviously, we spoke about our great crowd. And, again, it's another illustration of how important football is at Tennessee. But right here, it's 3rd down and 22. And this is Kurt Maggitt doing a great job here. And we talked about swarming to the football and playing the field position early. And Derek Barnett getting off the block, and you can see the blind pursuit coming by Kurt Maggitt. And you can see the effort that we talk about each and every day in our football program.
That was on a 3rd down, too.
3rd and 18, flip field position. Here, this is TK's first interception at 2, and all they're doing right here is they're just running a little hitch route. And again, disruptiveness off the line of scrimmage. We really worked hard this week on our get off up front. I thought Owen Williams probably played his best game of his Tennessee career, and then just running to the football. And TK is running to the football and it gives the offense a great field position.
Tennessee is able to move the ball down the field after the interception, but you had to settle for a field.
Well, we did. And, for us, we needed to come away with points. And, we didn't want to have an all or nothing play here. We wanted to get points on the board, take the lead, but we need to score touchdowns. But, we invest in analytics, and it's just kind of a feel for the game. And, again, we needed to get points on the board, and Aaron does a great job and gets us ahead 3-0.
So we'll move on later in the first half. And, again, Josh Dobbs comes up with a great throw here to
Well, it's 2nd and 7 on the 9-yard line. This is a sprint out. It's a run-pass option. They're coming off the edge here, and Kendrick does a good job of splashing them, and Elvin working to get the edge, and then Josh doing a great job of working to break contain. I thought this is one of the better throws Josh had all night with a corner route to Josh Malone, and Josh does a great job, and we'll see a better angle of the throw, and again, the concentration in the catch. And Josh Malone has had a very, very good training camp and a very good first 2 games. But you can see now we need to finish the catch the ball with your eyes, tuck it away.
With Josh Malone on the score, and Tennessee leads in the game 10-0.
Again, we always talk about yards after contact, and that's what Jalen Hurd brings. I thought Jalen played an outstanding game. You can see the strength that he's playing with, the arm tackles, and him dragging people to get it down to, about the 4-yard line or so. Quarterback run play, Ja'Shawn Robertson and Dylan Wiseman leading the way. Right at the point of attack, right here, Ethan Wolf has a very good block, and the thing you like about it, at the left tight end position, his hands are inside, his shoulders stay square, and he works up the field, and we get Josh to the corner.
So a 4-yard rush by Josh Dobbs, and again, he read it correctly to get the run.
Well, you're exactly right. This is a dual call here where he could actually give the ball to the back or keep it, and he does a great job. You can see we have the corner. By our formation, we have a formational advantage here on the corner.
71, Dylan Wiseman out in front.
That's exactly right. And then here again, Kurt Maggitt, you see what he brings to the table. Again, he uses his hands, he presses off the block, keeps his shoulders square, and then obviously a tackle for loss.
You obviously missed him in the second half.
Any time, Bob, you miss Kurt Maggitt's productivity, his leadership, and his experience, it hurts your defense. Jalen Reeves-Maben had 21, I believe he had 20 some odd tackles in this game, 21. And again, he's very, very athletic, does a great job. They try to bounce the ball, but again, this is a designed interior play with a counter with their lead in both their left guard and their left tackle, and it's all about winning the line of scrimmage. And Colton Jumper does a great job at the Mike Backer of setting his point. It's all about points and being gap sound. Derek Barnett does a great job in the football world. It's called spilling the football. And then Jalen Reeves-Maben becomes your unblocked defender, and he does a great job with the tackle. And again, you know, just effort plays. You can see Owen Williams. He did not do this a year ago. And that's the culture in our football program. And he does a great job. I can believe he takes out the official here, but you know, Owen played a very good football game. 4th and 4, one of the critical plays in the first half. Ball on the 35-yard line. They run a slant here. Emmanuel Mosley does a great job in everything that you teach and you coach. He plays the ball, gets his inside arm up, and bats the ball away. Here's a closer look at it.
And he had 2 plays almost like this on the exact same series.
That's exactly right. Again, though, look at us push the pocket up front. So we push the pocket up front. We become disruptive up front, force the quarterback to have a timing throw. And then, again, E-Man does a great job of breaking it up there.
Tennessee leads at halftime, 17-3 over the Oklahoma Sooners. What'd you talk to your team at halftime about?
Closing the game out, starting the second half. That's why we always like the ball to start the second half. And again, we have to capitalize on our field position. Here's a 31-yard gain by Jalen. He does a great job again of getting the ball to the corner. They misfitted a little bit with their corner. And then again, yards after contact, a missed tackle there. Does a great job of getting the ball on the edge.
Hearn over 100 yards again, his 3rd straight 100-yard rushing game.
We were controlling 3rd downs all the way up to the 4th quarter. Here's a 3rd and 6 play. And again, watch the effort by Derek Barnett on the back side of the play, the right defensive end. Does a very good job. And the whole key, too, is Shai Tuttle, the freshman D tackle up at the top of your screen. He gets a great push on a veteran offensive lineman that's been there for a while, uses his hands, and allows Derek Barnett with his great effort to keep coming around and get the quarterback sacked. These are all little things that you look down here, Bob. You have Malik Foreman playing the slot, and it's imperative in this scheme that he gets a reroute on the number 2 wide receiver, and he's able to do that just to throw the rhythm and the timing of the throw game off.
And Shai Tuttle joins Barnett for that sack.
It was great to see Shai Tuttle got meaningful reps that will help him not only get better for next week, but I think the entire year. And then another key 3rd and 11, playing the field position game again. And Cam Sutton, again, does a great job. We call this a plaster technique. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, you turn everything into man coverage. You go from zone coverage to man coverage. Does a great job here with a PBU.
He really has great instincts, doesn't he, Cam?
Well, yeah, he does. And he's getting better and better and better, and he's playing with a lot of confidence right now. This will be TK's 2nd interception of the game. And they're just trying to really throw the same route. But again, the whole key is the Mike linebacker. The Mike linebacker's matching this route here, so it allows TK to fit on the outside and very opportunistic. But again, you look where we get the football, now it's imperative that we come away with 7 points, and that's all part of closing football games out. And that's the disappointing thing, is that we had every opportunity to win the football game, and we didn't capitalize on his field position. The other thing you see is really for the first time, Khalil McKenzie getting meaningful reps, and you can see him push the pocket. Again, everything is making the pocket collapse.
So the interception by Todd Kelly Jr. gives Tennessee good field position, but Tennessee doesn't take advantage of it. That sends the game into overtime. And Coach, again, it's about scoring early in overtime.
Well, we always talk about the game of football can come down to 2 to 3 plays that can make the difference. And really, Bob, 4 to 6 plays can make the difference in an entire season. But you never know what those 2 to 3 or 4 to 6 plays are going to be. And that's why you have to have a snap and clear mentality. This is 2nd and 6 in overtime. Again, this is basically a triple read for the quarterback. He's able to throw the inside slant or the outside slant to the receivers. He's able to keep the ball, or he's able to hand it off. Josh does a great job of handing the ball off. Again, Brett Kendrick does a very good job of the trap block on the support player, which is a corner, so we feel we have a mismatch there schematically. And then Jalen does the rest of making the safety miss and getting the ball into the end zone. Now we're up 7 in overtime at home. We need to close it out.
But Oklahoma able to get the win over Tennessee. Those are the highlights from the Tennessee-Oklahoma game. When we come back, we'll talk to wide receiver coach Zach Azzanni here on the Butch Jones Show.
time out to Check the Stats. Brought to you by Dish.
Vol record books are loaded with copious amounts of stats and achievements, chronicling the rich history of Tennessee football players. Some records are the domain of fans, though, and one in particular required 102,455. Check the stats. During the 2014 Florida game, the human checkerboard of Tennessee fans reached new heights. The system that has measured crowd noise in Neyland Stadium for the last 7 years hit its highest reading last year during the Gator bout. The reading of 110 decibels was comparable to the sound of a jet engine from 100 feet away. Thanks to Vol fans, Neyland Stadium continues its tradition as one of the loudest venues in college football.
Check the stats. Only Dish offers a 2-year TV price lock with no hidden fees. Learn more at dish.com/Vol. Catch the Vols on Dish, proud sponsor of the Big Orange.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Verizon. Come home to a better network. Verizon, official wireless provider of the Tennessee Volunteers. By UT Medical Center, Tennessee's hospital. UT Medical Center, wisdom for your life.
By the natural gas utilities and pipeline companies in Tennessee.
Natural gas.
And by Food City, the tailgating headquarters of all fans everywhere. Food City, value every day. The Vol Network now turns the spotlight on Team 119. Brought to you by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
I'm Maddie Gleb here with passing game coordinator and wide receivers coach Zach Azani. Coach, we're in the wide receivers room. You spend a lot of time in here. How much per week are you in here coaching up your wide receivers?
Well, we usually get about an hour before practice, maybe 45 minutes before we're in here all together. But if you come here throughout the day, our guys are in here all the time. They could be watching film, they could be studying. Sometimes they come in here, bring their laptops and study, just a kind of a quiet place to get away.
You were playing at Central Michigan and went straight into coaching. When did you know that coaching was going to be the route for you?
You know what, I really didn't know until, my 5th year when I was done playing. It was kind of like, you've been playing every sport imaginable with some sort of ball since you could walk. And then you're slapped in the face with, okay, you're an old man now what?
Yeah, run out and settle, Josh. Run out and settle until we run out, right? Run out. Josh, you with me?
My head coach, Dick Flynn, kind of sat me down and he said, what are you going to do? And I said, you know what, I have some things I'd like to do. I don't know if I love them. He said, have you ever thought about being a football coach? He goes, you were pretty much a coach as a player. Have you ever thought of that avenue? And I never really had, and he kind of pushed me in the right direction.
Now, your coaching style, you're on the field, you're telling these guys like it is, and you don't hold back. If you need something from them, you're going to tell them right away. Where does that coaching style come from? I've
been blessed in my career to have a lot of great mentors. I've worked for a lot of great head coaches and with a lot of great assistant coaches. So I think how you're brought up in the business as a young coach kind of molds you into what you are.
Okay, if I'm going to get everywhere, there you go.
And now going with my second go-around with Coach Jones, we're going to coach him hard, we're going to love him hard.
Driving in and out. Right now it's that. And we're turning our hips. Y'all with me? Try it again. Here we go.
And that's the only way I know how to do it. It's just they know deep down there's no one that has their back like me, but they have to know that in order for me to coach them hard, and I think you get the most out of your players that way.
Right, play by play, you got to get better. 1%. Everybody got it? Whatever you didn't do well yesterday, work on it today.
Wide receiver you, it's a big name here. Mm-hmm. How do you uphold that name as a coach?
Yeah, well, you got to bring it every day. You got to recruit our style of players here at Tennessee. You have to recruit personality. And you have to recruit players that want to be in this room that understand that this isn't some fancy nickname now. There's a reason it's named wide receiver U, and that's because there's more players that have come out here and gone to the NFL than anywhere in college football history. And that's a stat. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. They walk outside these doors, they see 11 first-round draft picks every day they walk in. Not just anyone can come in here and sit down and get tossed a jersey and welcome you're at wide receiver U. They got to earn it every day, and it's not for everybody, but the ones that stick around and push through it, they can call themselves a part of wide receiver U.
Coach, thanks for sitting down with us. I know you have lots to do, so we appreciate your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Tailgating doesn't have to be work anymore. Kick off your game day with Tailgate Tennessee. Located in Circle Park, Tailgate Tennessee is 1 block from Neyland Stadium and offers premium tailgate packages with private tents, TVs, food, and much more. You park the car, we'll do the rest. For more information, visit tailgatetennessee.com. Presented by Dish and Subway Restaurants. Are you Tennessee tough? It's time to get ready for game day. On sale now at participating retailers is the official Tennessee football fan shirt for 2015. Be Tennessee tough and pick up your shirt today. Presented by Dish.
Tennessee and Oklahoma last night at Neyland Stadium. Coach, first half, 17 points against a very good Sooner defense. What did you like about your offense?
Well, we capitalized. We capitalized, and for the most part, we turned the field position into touchdowns. We'd like to have that first drive back of going up 3-0, but again, it's imperative that you come away with points, and we knew it was going to be a game of patience. That a 3-yard gain against them was a good gain, and we had to stay in manageable third down situations. We were able to do that in the first half. The second half, particularly at the end of the game, we weren't able to do that because of their different blitz schemes, some of their different coverage schemes, some man coverage. Sanchez is one of the best corners in all of college football. So your play calling when it's 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3 is a lot different when it's 3rd and 7 and 3rd and 10, and their defensive personality was different as well.
So picking up the blitz was a key, and Eric Ainge, Vol for Life former Tennessee quarterback, takes a look at picking up the blitz.
Thanks, Bob. Let's get right into the offense. The first play we're going to look at today is a quick slant thrown to Jonathan Johnson, and we're going to look at the pass protection. Recognizing a blitz as a quarterback, recognizing a blitz as an offensive lineman, it's one of the toughest things to do, especially early in your career. These guys do a great job. When you're scheming up a defense, when you're scheming up an offense, you always try to bring overload of pressure, overload of side. They bring 2 from this side. Ends up being 4 because this guy, and that guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, they're all going to come on this side. You count the center, he gets to play both sides. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. They think they're bringing 1 more than we can block, and they at least want to bring the illusion to the quarterback that here come more guys than you can block. You better do something with it. You better have an answer. But that's actually not the case. You can see right here, Curbison thinks he has him because he's on the line in his sprinter stance. He's coming. Here I come. He's a defensive back. He's not coming. This guy, and this guy, all big on big. The rule of thumb when you're trying to pass it off and communicate as a lineman is you want the bigs on the bigs, and you want to leave the little guys, Ethan Wolf, you know what I mean, little guys for the little guys, tight ends for the linebackers, running backs for the linebackers and safeties. So here we go. Let it run here real quick. You'll see Curbison set for the DB. Oh, he's not coming. Boom, gets right back inside. Jay-Sean needs to find work. These guys are doing a really good job of communicating, passing it off. O-line, great play right here. Wolf, attention inside to start, and then boom, right back outside. 1 to 2, they're actually switching roles. You see number 6 right here, Kamara, free releasing out to the flat. Normally it's the tight end that runs a flat route and the running back that's inside out. But on this one, we got our better blocker. If this were Hurd, they may switch it. Hurd may be the one going to chop that guy down, and they may send Wolf on the pass route. It's really good. It makes them very versatile. Good job by all these guys communicating. They get the ball out, big completion, first drive, went down, led to points. Let's get here to the next play. Here we go. First touchdown pass of the game. Take a look at this. We got 2 guys almost stacked. Now, not right behind each other. You got Malone and North, and then you got Pig coming in motion. He actually initially lined up over here, almost in like a triangle right over here. Now, great job by the board. Over here, he lined up in this same formation about 4 or 5 times early in the game. He knew exactly what coverage they were going to play, what front they were going to be in. I don't think Dobbs necessarily did. So what DeBoer did, he gave him a man zone tell. He took Pig and ran him in motion all the way across the ball. And as a quarterback, all you got to know is, did they follow him or did they not? And as soon as they run with number 2 and run back, Now Dobbs is back there licking his chops going, I got man-to-man. And the theme of the night tonight is going to be, in big games when the talent pool is all even, players got to make plays. Can this guy guard Josh Malone, 6'4", to the back of the corner? You got a little pivot route by North, a corner route by Malone, and Pig running 100 miles an hour trying to just extend the play to the flat. Great block by Kamara too. Let's let this one run right here. You'll see Kamara come out here, get the block, try to get the corner, give Dobbs time. He gets outside, and really all he's trying to do at that time is just get the ball to the back corner, give him a chance. It's like throwing a one-on-one route in practice. Good call, good throw, great catch. That's it for offense. We'll be right back.
Time now for Exact Science, brought to you by Humana, your partner in health.
The injury prevention component to our program is vital, I think, to the football program. The next movement we're going to show in our injury prevention is the bar RDL. Cam Sutton is going to demonstrate the exercise right here. We want to get our feet hip width apart, a little bit closer to the feet. He's going to pull the bar back just like we started with the jump shrug. Same technique, picking the bar up with the back straight. Using the hips from here. He's going to have his chest up. He wants to have his shoulder blades squeezed tight, so he's got a straight back. He's going to initiate the movement to his hip, push his hip back. As he moves the bar down his legs to the mid-shin position and raise right back up to the start. Coach Serson and the rest of our staff do a great job working with our athletes so we can individualize the programs to their individual needs.
Today we're going to demonstrate a one-leg dumbbell RDL. What we're doing is we're doing this movement on one leg, an RDL movement on one leg. Cam's going to go ahead, he's going to demonstrate a few reps. Again, slight bend in the knee, he's keeping his back straight, he's raising the back leg up, pushing the hips back. Again, what we're doing is we're getting a good stretch in the hamstrings, but we're also working the ankle and the knee as stability. Great injury prevention movement. We're going to add an unstable surface. We're going to make this more challenging to where his ankle and knee got to stabilize. Again, big chest, pinching the shoulder blades. Let that back leg raise up, pushing the hips back. You can look at that knee, you can look at that ankle with that unstable surface. You got to work to stabilize more. Great injury prevention movement, one leg dumbbell RDL.
The game of football is such a violent collision game. You need to work to prevent any type of injuries that you can, but still continue to develop strength and power to help them be great players on the football field.
You know, they all talk about getting bigger and stronger and faster, but it's also weightlifting about trying to prevent those injuries.
Well, you're exactly right, and it's all about becoming bigger, stronger, faster, but it's doing the muscles that a lot of people neglect that really help in injury prevention, and our players do a great job of walking right off the practice field into the weight room. And no better person to demonstrate than Cam Sutton, because he's been a model of that. He gets about a lift in 4 days a week, and it may be 30 minutes, and a lot of it is injury prevention. And that's all this illustration to our younger players about investing in your performance, investing in your body.
It's all also a mindset in it. You got to get in there.
Well, it is. And our players actually feel better when they lift. And our non-travel squad, they lift 4 days a week. Our travel squad lifts 3 days a week. And like I said, we have some individuals who get in there 4 days a week. On Thursday, our No Sweat Thursday, at the end, I see Jalen Hurd doing some explosive things. And he calls me, he says, Coach, I know it's No Sweat Thursday, but I need this for my game to be explosive on Saturday. And I said, hey, I'm not going to interrupt your routine. You do what you do.
So far, it's working.
It has.
When we come back, we'll take a look at Tennessee defense here on the Butch Jones Show.
Fans, please direct your attention to the video board for today's Loyal Fan of the Game, brought to you by Hyundai. Vol fans are loyal. Hyundai fans are loyal too. Enough to be ranked #1 in customer loyalty 5 years in a row.
The Butch Jones Show is being delivered by UPS. From figuring it out to getting it done, UPS is here to help. Visit solvers.ups.com to learn more. By Hyundai. proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere. By Eastman Chemical Company, promoting sustainability. Remember, good sports always recycle. And by Farm Bureau Health Plans. We've got you covered. Get a rate quote online at fbhealthplans.com or at your local Tennessee Farm Bureau office.
Tennessee had a couple of outstanding defensive performances in the game against Oklahoma. Jalen Reeves-Maybin had 21 tackles. Derek Barnett had 15 tackles in the game. They really showed great leadership and effort in the game, didn't they?
Well, they set the example. They set the example for our younger players and even our older players, and they do a tremendous job. And it's a week-round process, you know, and it's preparing yourself to play the best of your ability. They do very, very well in the classroom as well. And every week is a new season. Every week is a new life. And we have a new life this week, and we need them, along with others, to join them in the preparation. But also when you look at Todd Kelly Jr. and you look at Cam Sutton and you look at Brian Randolph, those are all individuals that understand how you prepare. And just like the weight room session we saw with Cam Sutton, it's more than just on the practice field. It's preparing yourself mentally and physically outside of the practice field. You can see Cam Sutton walking around all the time with his iPad watching video, but he also has a game. He's trying to get me to play it, but I'm not intelligent enough. But it stimulates your brain to get you thinking even more. And he says, Coach, I need that with understanding route concepts and all that. And all these individuals, they invest in victory, and they're invested in Tennessee football.
Eric Gaines now breaks down the Tennessee defense as he had some of the key plays in the Oklahoma game.
Once again, thanks, Bob. Let's get into defense now. TK Jr., great interception here, big play in the game. We talked last week a lot about different zone and man coverages. Curl, the flat, the hook, trying to start teaching you all these different things. Man-to-man in the red zone, cover zero, all-out pressure. We didn't really get into the specifics of cover two and what these underneath defenders are going to do. So like watch TK right here. Let's let this run for a second. Watch what he does. Watch right when the ball is snapped. Watch where his eyes go. Down, set, hut, inside. You can see it again. Roll it back real quick. Let him see it one more time. So right when the ball is snapped, watch what his head does. He's here, down, set, hut, and boom, his head goes inside. What he's doing is he's called a hard read quarterback play. Curl flat defender, cover three. Hook defender, cover three. In cover two, the two outside backers are hard read quarterback defenders. All he's doing is reading the quarterback. In the game, it looked like the quarterback made a terrible play and threw it right to him. It's not the case. He baited him by staying close, and when we let it run, you'll see he baits Baker right here by staying close to this little hook route and then jumping off right at the last second and intercepting the ball. You got a seam route coming right behind him. All he's doing is staying close, and then breaking right out here because his eyes are on the quarterback whose attention is right where he's throwing the football the entire time. You hear it all the time when you're watching the copy of a game that he's, guiding his throws or he's telling you where that he's going to throw the ball. You can't do it when it's cover two, when you got a good underneath dime nickel defender. Let's go over here to the next one. Kind of briefly mentioned it earlier. We were talking about how in games like this, when you have comparable talent, at least pretty close, or in a game like this, almost dead even, it's not about plays. It's about players making plays. It's about getting the right guys in the right situations, the right matchups, and then who's going to make the play? Who's going to jump up and knock the ball down? Who's going to make the open field tackle? Let's take a look at this one right here. Let's let this one run through one time. Good, got the screen called. Got the tackle. 3rd and 10, run it back. Call screen because they're blitzing. Great call. Good job, Oklahoma. Here we come with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ball snapped. 5. Here we go. Everybody's coming, right? They call the screen. Ball's completed. It's 3rd and 10. He catches the ball. Stop it right here. He catches the ball basically at the line of scrimmage. So he's actually behind the line of scrimmage. He catches the ball. Now it's 3rd and 13. Okay? Let it run real quick, real slow. As he gets here, watch when Randolph gets him, right? Stop. Our free safety is breaking down to make this open field tackle about 8.5, 9 yards away from him. It's 3rd and 10. We let it run. Our player is better than their player on this play. 6-yard gain, open field tackle. They punt, we get the football. We go to the next play. Same thing right here. I want you to watch Vickers right here. Great football play. Ball snapped. Get some penetration, young buck. Get in there. Boom. Knocks him back. The pulling tackle is now in the backfield. He ends up getting double teamed. If you're not careful, you just look at Vickers on his back with 2 guys laying on top of him and you think he wasn't playing any good football. Here he comes off the ball. Right here. Inside penetration. Blow him off the ball. Kurt Magid's the real one to talk about right here. Staying patient, staying outside, staying and contained, shedding the blocker with a 2-leg take. It's like a wrestling move. 2-leg takedown in the backfield with a tackle for loss. Great play by both of those guys. Everyone did their job on that play. Those 2 specifically to get the tackle for loss. And the last one right here I want to look at is a really special one. We talked about pass protection earlier. Watch this. This is Derek Barnett, our best pass rusher by far. This is their left guard, probably one of their worst pass protectors, right? You put him out here, he's going against their left tackle, best pass protector, right? Jalen Reeves-Maben right here, linebacker. He's coming up. Let the ball get snapped real quick. Downset hut, see the center, boom, attention over here, okay? Run it back. As he comes here, they got 3 guys over here. You stop it. 3 guys over here, 2 guys over here. By Maben walking up here, you get the center going over here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What they're doing is they're going, Roger, Roger, Roger. Us 3 have these 3. You 2 have these 2. Translation, can you block him? Is our player better than your player? Because he did such a good job of making that center think he might come. Roger, 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 not lucky, lucky, lucky. And he got lucky, maybe not. He's just a really good football player. Swim move in the backfield, got the quarterback off the spot, forced him to come out here, make a throw, and Cam Sutton does what Cam Sutton does and gets a great play, get a pass breakup. Good scheme, good plays all around. Congratulations to Jalen Reeves-Maben, our AutoZone player of the game. For the auto parts, accessories, and advice you need, get in the zone. AutoZone.
Monday night means more Tennessee football. Join us from 8 to 9 p.m. for the Big Orange Hotline. Bob Kessling, Jeff Francis, and Pat Ryan break down Saturday's ballgame live from the patio of Dead End Barbecue in West Knoxville. That's the Big Orange Hotline every Monday night.
Honor lines its every corridor. Pride is in its cornerstone. Leaving it all on the field, that's a legacy. Leaving nothing behind, now that's a responsibility. Zero waste in Neyland Stadium. Made possible by Eastman, Food City, and Waste Connections. Tackle sustainability. At Tennessee, good sports always recycle.
You asked, he'll answer. This is Ask the Coach, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Check them out at academy.com/Vols for your chance to win Tennessee football tickets. No purchase necessary.
John Bryce now joins us here on set. Todd Kelly, coach, this is the question. Had 2 interceptions. This is from Alan Packard. What's making him so effective, being a ball hawk, I guess, in the secondary?
Well, there's a number of reasons. First of all, his consistency. You know what you're getting with TK each and every day. He's never too high. He's never too low. Very, very intelligent. He takes great pride in his preparation. He's always studying film, and in recruiting, we call him an OKG, our kind of guy. He's everything that we're building this football program about, with his character on the field, off the field, and his competitive character as well.
Coach, you talked about the process of learning to win. What's the next step in that process for your football team?
Closing games out, especially in the fourth quarter, and especially at home. And that's something that we talk about all the time. And obviously we didn't do that, but I give Oklahoma credit too. I said they're a top 5 football team, top 5 football program. I really believe that. They have playmakers across the board. Now it's what do we do with this experience? And it's like I told our football team in the locker room, is how will this define us? How will this make us better? How do we learn from these instances that occurred and become a better football team? And we're going to go to work at it. Players will report back on Monday, and we're going to work to learn from this experience, and let this experience propel us. Remember, the teams that can handle the natural adversities that a long football season brings about are the ones that play for championships in November.
Josh Smith told me last night that this game will not define Tennessee. What have you seen out of the leadership of your team that lets you know that's true?
And that's what we talked about in the locker room, is they take great pride and they invest in victory and they hurt. That's the first step, is seeing that hurt in their eyes because they invested it so much. It's also a great illustration to our younger players about the more you invest, the more invested you are, the more it hurts and the more you celebrate when you win. But we have a group of kids that are very, very invested, and I think that this will propel us, this will drive us, and this will make us a better football team.
Coach, thanks for your time this morning. Good luck this week against Western Carolina. Have a good week.
Thank you.
Butch Jones with us. We'll be back to wrap things up in just a moment.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Humana. Over 50 years of experience in the healthcare industry. Humana, your partner in health. By Vol Network Home Entertainment. Available at participating Walmart locations and online at volnetwork.tv. And by the Tennessee Lottery, proud to have raised over $3.4 billion for education in Tennessee. Time now for the First Tennessee First Look, a scouting report and look ahead at the Vols' upcoming opponents. Brought to you by First Tennessee, the official bank of the Vols.
For Western Carolina, John, comes in next Saturday night.
And Western Carolina wants to try and build off of its defense. Returns 10 starters, Bob. They had their first winning season last year in a decade. Coach Spire is in his 4th season.
So they lost to the Citadel in their game Saturday, but really the game Saturday is Tennessee trying to correct things and get ready for the start of the SEC
I would look
season.
for a lot of young players this week for Tennessee. I would expect Tennessee to have some young freshmen on the offensive line getting more involved, and I would expect Tennessee to rest some of those players so beat and banged up from that Oklahoma contest.
And also it's good about getting maybe Shai Tuttle and Khalil McKenzie even more snaps.
They should grow a lot from their first 2 games to what they're able to do here moving forward.
You know, I think it's also important for this Tennessee team. You got to put this in the background and move forward. It's going to be tough for a couple of days.
Butch just talked about the leadership of this team. We just referenced it last segment. This will be some defining times for the Tennessee football program moving forward this season.
But you've got to build off it. You've got to get better and got to get ready for the SEC season.
There were a lot of positives, Bob. They went overtime without scoring 42 minutes in that game. They've got to build off the good things they did.
Next Saturday night, Tennessee, Western Carolina at 7 o'clock at Neyland Stadium. We'll show you all the highlights next week right here on The Butch Jones Show.
This has been a presentation of the Vol Network, produced by IMG, the world's premier sports, media, and entertainment company. Produced at the Hand Digital Studio.